Hi everyone, I'm Ali, and in today's video I am going to be unpacking and putting together one of these jack raised garden beds that you can pick up from Bunnings. This particular one is 2100 by 900 by 300 wide, and you can get these from Bunnings. They're about $79. And the one thing that you have to do with these guys is put them together, but at least you can pick them up and bring them home. You don't need to worry about someone delivering one for you. So I'm putting these to a bit of a road test and bringing you along for the ride so you can see how they get put together. So if you're interested in that, make sure you stick around. So first things first, let's get this thing open. I'm working on getting some beds and things organised over during autumn so that I can be more prepared for the summertime. Okay. Straight out of the box. Can you hear that? Got some tribal music happening. There is a kid who practices his drums over the back, but that's not it. Could be coming from town because it comes quite where we live here, sound travels a long way. But anyway, side panels, there's quite a few of those there in that section. These would be the crossbars. You've got a bit of this to put around the top of it, so to get rid of any sharp edges. You can't do anything unless you have some screws and nuts. And then you have your curved bits here. So this one is not going to be a very high bed, it's quite a low one. There we are, raised garden bed with the instructions. You need some screws and nuts. And these are your little screw pieces, and you've got your little nuts there. So you're going to need a handy Allen key. You put this together with an Allen key. Now, that's fine. It's just going to take a long time. All right, let's get this party started. So you've got these tabs here, and they have to go through these sections, just like that. And you press down on these little tabs to lock the sections in together. And you do the same for the top. Okay. And then you continue with one of your next pieces. So you've got three for one end, three at the other, and joined together with these panels, and you've got three of those. So once you've got your three pieces, you'll need three to go down the side. And they are all fitted in the same way. So basically you make sure that you put your lugs in like this. You press them down to lock it in. Then you apply your the screw and the nut on the end. This thing is so easy to put together. It's incredibly easy to put together. It hasn't taken me very long at all. I thought it was going to take much longer. Now here on the side you've got two bits here in the middle. I've taken those top nuts out because you do need to put in these pieces, and they just hold the bed so that when it's full it doesn't bust out the side, so it kind of ties it in. And these get fitted here on the top, so this swivels out like so, and then that becomes the stay. So you pop that on either side and then it pulls the unit in. So to do that, same thing, you just put the screw in through the prefabbed hole and then pop that through the top part of the bed there, and then just grab the nut and screw that on. And these nuts are actually really good as well, because I found I haven't had to use the Allen key. I've been able to get quite a good, be able to lock it down pretty tightly, just as it is. Sorry, I'm having trouble with this one now that I've said that. Hang on a second. Just need to get it started. And then you've got two of those, so I'm using them across the two parts of the middle. And yeah, they might get in the way of the veg, but I'm not too concerned about that. I'm more concerned that this stays as a stable product. So again, this one just swivels out. This one goes here on the side. In fact, I've done that wrong. It needs to go over the, or does it? If I put it over the top, I won't be able to get the strip on later. So yeah, I'm going to put it on the inside. Stay with my original plan. Because it still leaves a bit of a gap there, so that when you put your strip around the top, protect the edge, it's able to sit in. I'll show you in a second. Yeah, look. So there, so there's still a piece here, so that other piece will fit along the top. So the last part of this construction is to place this protective strip around the top edge. And this should be pretty easy to do, just sort of run around the top and squeeze that in. So I'm just going to start here at the middle section, and that just gets pushed down. Incredibly easy. And I'll take that all the way around, and then that will finish off this bed beautifully. Gives it a nice decorative edge. And then it's time to take these up to the top garden and work out where I'm going to place them so that I can start to add. I've done a lot of chopping out of other veggies and things, so I'm going to put a lot of organic matter in the bottom and maybe fill with soil about so much. So these things can get costly to fill, but I've got plenty here. Plus I've got another couple of garden beds that have busted out because I made them out of wood and they weren't made properly. So they will, I'll take the dirt from some of the dirt from them, pop it into these as well. The sun is just about to come over the top and into the garden. It's about 8:30 here. I've been out in the garden for a little bit, and I can't believe those drums. There's obviously a protest thing. They usually do that for the Palestine movement up the road, but I can hear it from here echoing straight down the river. I can't imagine those poor people who live right next door and getting woken up at 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning. I always thought there were restrictions about noise on a Sunday and that you couldn't actually start up like power tools and that kind of thing till around 10 o'clock. I can hear those drums from here, and Shoreline, which I'm assuming is where they are, is like 2.5 kilometres up the road. So I think they're well outside of their noise limit. Alright, let me get this thing around, stop whinging. So like I said, really easy to put together. I'm probably going to need a hand to get it up into the backyard. I could lift it myself, but easy to have too. And just for reference again, this was the jack raised garden bed, the curved end, and it's the 2100 by 900 by 300 model. The one I've got in the yard is a little bit higher. I think it's about, it must be about 600 high. So that just gives it a little bit high. It might even be 900 high actually, to be honest. I should probably measure that and let you know. But yeah, it's got a 567 litre soil volume here, so plenty of space to be planting things. I've not used galv beds in my garden before, so this will be a really good test to see how they go. Onward and upward. I've got another one of these to make now, and a few other jobs. One of them is turning my spa on. This is the little lazy spa. We've had this one going for about 3 years now. It's fantastic. So just putting this on. It's going to make a nice humming sound. Needs a bit of a wipe over. Don't mind the mess there. Alright, and we'll get it on hot. Yeah, it comes with bubble feature as well. Water's looking good. It's going to be a nice sunny day. It's Mother's Day as well, so what better way to spend Mother's Day than when this thing heats up after a good job in the garden. Sit in here with a glass bubbly later. Enjoy my Mother's Day. Before I could go ahead and enjoy that spa and champagne, I did need to fill these beds. So I emptied out the compost bins and put that on top of some of the organic matter that I had in the bottom of these raised garden beds. And then I had to go and finish chipping off all the extra bits of limbs and things that I wasn't going to be using for these particular beds. So always lots to do in the garden. Thank you for sticking around and watching this video. If you'd like to see more of what I get up to in and around the kitchen, the garden, or in the art and craft room, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.